strips!
You'll have to prove yourself in order to watch this video. Happy May the 4th. So, just like the intro said, this is going to be the chicken strip ranking video. Yay! But before we get into that, I want to show you a tragedy. So I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but I was a little hesitant because chicken strips are usually seen as like the picky people food. Like usually when picky people are made fun of or just bullied in general, chicken strips are usually brung into everything. You picky, you like chicken strips. So I didn't want people being like, "Oh, Big OT's picky, confirmed." I wasn't too worried about it, but it's still it was something. And then Merzen, sometime recently revealed that he really loved chicken strips. I remember him saying that chicken strips were like a gift from God or something. Something similar to that. So I was just like, oh wow, let's make that video finally. So yeah, I actually got the idea back in December, if you're wondering. So yeah, it's been that long. So it's finally time to make the video. And unlike the pizza ranking video, this here is not going to be ranked from worst to best. This here is just going to be random because I did not keep track of any of this. So yeah, we're going to be random here and there and whatever. So yeah, and another thing, I'm going to only be talking about fast food or just restaurant chicken strips because I really only had like one kind of store bought chicken strip, and it's the one from it's Tyson. I think that's what it's called, like Tyson honey chicken strips. So yeah, those were pretty good back then, but I kind of got bored with them a while ago. So yeah, there's that. So this is going to be the restaurant the takeout chicken strip ranking video. So since we're not really going in order of highest to lowest ranks, I'm just going to start off with Dairy Queen. This here has a few of my favorite chicken strips. Yeah, they're pretty good. But I do have a embarrassing story that came through this. I wanted to make fun of the chicken strips from Dairy Queen because I was in a Discord VC with Aiden and other people, and Dairy Queen food, kind of just doesn't have the best reputation. So they were saying bad things about the Dairy Queen food and stuff. So I decided secretly, I decided to hide my love for the Dairy Queen chicken strips and actually make fun of them just so I can fit into the conversation. I said, oh yeah, like taking a bite out of a Dairy Queen chicken strip would like dry your mouth out for like 1,000 years or something like that. I don't know. It was stupid. It was like from last year, and literally immediately everybody in the call was just like, "But they're good." Ugh. I was just like, "Oh, okay, this backfired. I didn't know you guys actually liked the chicken strips there." So yeah, I revealed the secret. I actually like the chicken strips. I only said that to fit in with making fun of Dairy Queen. So Dairy Queen chicken strips. They're pretty good. When it comes to breading, that's a 5 out of 5. And when it comes to freshness, that's like a 3 out of 5. Because most of the time, I don't ever get them fresh. But when they're fresh, they're very good. So yeah, it just sucks how Dairy Queen really just lacks on fresh food. They just cook their crap and just let it sit out in a warmer for hours, and they just serve it. And at that time, it would be like warmish, cold, it's kind of lukewarm, whatever. I don't know. It's not usually that good, but it has the perfect breading, and taste wise, it's like a 4.5 out of 5. But that's good enough for me. So yeah, that is pretty nice. And then combined with ketchup, with ketchup, it's an experience. Like the chicken strip itself is pretty good, but it's improved when you add ketchup to it. It gets improved like 10 times. So yeah, I say we kind of just split the difference from flavor and freshness and all that stuff and all that crap. So I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. So we're really starting off the video very good right now, since we already got a pretty high rating for one of the most popular fast food restaurants. So yeah, Dairy Queen chicken strips, 4.5 out of 5. All right, next up we got Arby's chicken strips. So I recently tried Arby's chicken strips. I can't really recall any other time I've had their chicken strips. Oh wait. I think there might have been one time where I just ate them. Well, I got them which is for lunch one day, and that's it. Like that was a very long time ago, I guess. But it's still in there in my mind. Like it was just a simple little day. I bet it was one of those days where my mom was at work and my dad was off, and it was summer, so we're out of school, so we just did whatever. I think. I don't know. So yeah, I recently tried the chicken strips again, and I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. It does have the perfect crust. I mean breading, which I like. My favorite type of breading is it's not the crunchy ones like they're usually KFC, right? I'm not the biggest fan of that type of breading. The breading you see at KFC or Popeyes fried chicken, Popeyes, and so on. So yeah, I really don't like it, to be honest, cause I'd rather have just more breading than the crunch. But you still kind of get the crunch from the caked on breading, like the caked on type breading. And plus the other breading from like the KFC and other places like that. My experiences were not too good because they kind of just slide on. All right, so I kind of just got sidetracked. All right, back into this. So it does have the perfect the more of an over perfect kinda, because there are some times where the bread is literally just there's just a clump of breading, and it's very crunchy and very hard to chew. So yeah, that's a frequent problem with the Arby's chicken strip. So yeah, breading is like a 4 out of 5, and then flavor wise, flavor I have to say it's a 3 out of 5. And with ketchup, usually ketchup is supposed to improve the flavor of chicken. In this case, chicken strip. But I'm disappointed to say that's not what happened in this case. So when I ate the chicken strips from Arby's recently, I tried it with and without ketchup, and it tastes much better without the ketchup, to be honest. I don't know why. Ketchup's supposed to be an enhancer. It's not supposed to make something worse. The ketchup really kind of took away the flavor. Um, like literally the ketchup would literally immediately just get washed off by my saliva while I'm trying to chew the chicken. And then the flavor of the breading and all that stuff it just disappears. The pepper as well. It just all that flavoring is it's just muted basically. It's just weird. It's hard to explain. But that was my experience with the Arby's chicken strips. So yeah, breading is good. Flavor without the ketchup is okay, and flavor with the ketchup is not good. It's not good at all. So I'm going to split all that to a 2.5 out of 5. I think that's pretty appropriate. So yeah, as good breading, though with some problems sometimes. Flavor is like it's not the best, but it's okay. Um, Ketchup, that's just that takes away the flavor. So yeah, don't eat it with ketchup and all that stuff. So yeah, I decided to split the difference with the ketchup and non-ketchup, and gave it to 2.5 out of 5. All right, next up we got Sonic chicken strips, which I actually ate a little bit of some yesterday for dinner. I mainly got the corn dogs, and my dad got the chicken strips there, and he let me try a bite. So I ripped off a little piece and ate it, and I have to say it's better than the Arby's chicken strip. The crust is really, I mean, breading is really it's almost the same as the Arby's breading, but more flavorful. So yeah, I have to say breading is better when it comes to flavor. I have to go back to Sonic and try the chicken strips and all that stuff so I can get a proper rating. I know I shouldn't really be including this on the list, but I did. I was pretty impressed. I was pretty impressed yesterday. You know, Sonic also has a little bit of a problem with delivering fresh food. Kind of like Dairy Queen, but not as bad as Dairy Queen. Like, um, there's only certain food items that Sonic really doesn't want to make fresh and stuff. So I mean like serve fresh. That's what I meant. Like the fries. The fries. Back then, every time I would get the fries from Sonic, like any sort of Sonic location, they would always be cold and they'll be cold and old and all that crap, and they were bad. And the chicken strips down there too were also the same. Like both for some reason the chicken strips and fries were both cursed with never being fresh when ordered. I don't know why Dairy Queen was like that back then, but since we got a new did I say Dairy Queen? Oops, I meant to say Sonic. Since we got a new Sonic location, they actually improved their way. Now they're making fresh fries, and the chicken strips are fresh too. So yay! That's pretty nice, you know. So yeah, flavor wise, I say the chicken strips are a 4 out of 5. Well, I mean the flavor is a 4 out of 5. Breading is a 4.5. It's really the same as the Arby's, kind of similar, or So yeah, it's that. I sadly didn't get to try it with ketchup. Probably should have asked for some, but I didn't want to take up like one whole chicken strip from my dad because that was his and all that stuff. So yeah, and I really didn't plan on making this video like like really I only got the idea of making this video this week today. I was just like, you know what? I put this video off for so long. What about I just make it now? So yeah, without ketchup, it's very good. With ketchup, I have to say, I bet it's better. I hope it's better. That would be nice if I was able to try it with ketchup. But for right now, I had to kind of I don't know what I'm doing. I really shouldn't include this on the list. So yeah, there is some parts missing from this, but I'm going to give Sonic chicken strips a 4 out of 5. Very good breading, very good flavor, and all that stuff. And it tastes even better with freshness. Next up, we got Colton's. So, Colton's used to have very awesome chicken strips. Every time me and my family would go there, I would always get the chicken strips. They were so good. They're just so awesome. I like the breading was this. It was like an improved version of the Arby's breading, and yeah, it was really that. It was very awesome. I loved it. And with ketchup, I don't really remember how it tasted with ketchup, but I have it. I'm just going to say it was probably better. So yeah, it was very good. I didn't really rank the chicken strips back then, so I ate whatever. Until one day we decided to go back and eat there, and sadly, I was heavily disappointed. They ruined their chicken strips, or at least the one in my area. The one in my city. I don't know if they did that worldwide, but basically it's like they replaced their breading. Basically, their breading it wasn't necessarily soggy, but it still kind of tasted like it was soggy, and it felt like it was a little soggy, but not soggy enough to make your fingers wet. And the breading is, like it kind of tastes like it was soggy, and it also would it would easily peel off. And when you bite into it, the breading will easily peel off too. Um, Revealing a little bit of a hollow air gap in between the chicken and the breading. So yeah, they really ruined the chicken strips. I really don't like them anymore. They replaced their breading, and they got rid of their good breading and replaced it with the horrible breading. Like seriously, I hate it when people. I hate it when restaurants do this to their chicken strip. It's bad. So I'm going to just it's been so long since I've had their chicken strips. Like this situation like happened. This event happened like uh early 2010s. So yeah, I don't like the chicken strips here anymore, and I do want to give them a second chance after all these years. I did look up the chicken strips online, and I found pictures, and I'm still having doubts about going back. So you can kind of see the breading here. It would be nice if the picture would load, but you can see the breading is it's thin in a lot of areas. Like take a look at this. See how thin that is? That's why it's easy you can easily peel it off with your fingers, and there's a air gap inside. Or I mean air bubble. Just it's not as good as they used to be. So yeah, I'm guessing this is how they still are now. I still want to try these chicken strips again. It's been quite a while, so I'm hoping they improve them, like they switch back to the ones I used to eat. Because really, this is just flat out disappointing. Like, um, you might say that this is the best breading, but I'm going to show you what breading I like. Since I should have showed you a picture when I was talking about the breading I like earlier. This here is the breading I like. You see, we have these little bits here and all that crap. And that's what makes it very crunchy, and it doesn't slide off your fingers. And it also doesn't slide off when you're trying to bite into it either and pull it off of the chicken strip. Or, I mean, at least the rest. So, yeah, that's the breading I like. It's a big improvement from it's I mean this is kind of like it's a big improvement from what we just looked at. So yeah, it seems like quite a lot of people actually hate this type of breading. Like I know my family is not the biggest fan of this type of breading. I don't think, I think, what am I talking about? And I'm pretty sure there is a little bit of evidence that that suggests that the world actually hates this type of breading. Which, if so, then what are you guys thinking? This here is the best breading of all breadings. This is the best type of breading that you would want on a chicken strip. Hopefully they're better now than they were before the last time I've been there. I hope. I really hope they brought back their old bread. But for now, I'm going to give this a 1 out of 5 because the breading that they currently have, I think, is it's god awful. Next up, we got a little bit of a mixed bag. IHOP. Alright, so IHOP is another place that has a good breading. It has a very similar breading to Dairy Queen, and the flavor too. Like the breading is it's another 4.5 out of 5, or I mean actually no, it's a 5 out of 5 I think. Yeah, it's like it's the same as the Dairy Queen breading. So it's a 5 out of 5 in breading. In flavor, it's also a 5 out of 5. And ketchup, it improves it. So yeah, that's also a little 5 out of 5. Just a little bonus, I guess. This here looks like it could be a 5 out of 5 chicken strip, but there's just one thing that's holding it back from it being a 5 out of 5 chicken strip. Um, it seems like IHOP doesn't really want to perfect the good chicken strip, I guess. Like they have they're going good with the breading, the flavor, and all that stuff. But the time I've been to IHOP in Rolla with my family, the chicken strips were a little overcooked. They were kind of burnt. I remember. So yeah, it was a little hard to chew. The breading was like harder, but it was pretty flavorful. So yeah, that was a long time ago. We went back to IHOP in December 2021 because we didn't have dinner yet. We were at LA. It was like past midnight, and we didn't have any dinner yet. So we left the concert, and we went to IHOP to just eat there and stuff. So I got the chicken strips, and the chicken strips there, they weren't burnt, but holy hell, the breading was soggy. Yeah, it felt soggy. Like seriously, what the hell happened? And they were very small too. I remember, like I don't know what happened, but the breading was soggy. It wasn't soggy enough for it to just slide off the chicken, so that was good. But still, it was a little. It was kind of wet and doughy. I have no idea what they did. I don't know if they set it in a warmer or something, but they really don't know what to do when it comes to just making perfect chicken strip. So yeah, for that I'll have to like dock it a point or half a point, maybe, I don't know. With ketchup, that problem can that problem, doesn't really matter because flavor just takes over. But without the ketchup, that breading it's kind of weird because it's doughy and kind of soggy and wet doughish. That's wet dough. That's how I describe it. Oh no, it was weird, and they barely gave me anything. Like even the fries, they gave me a small portion of chicken strips and fries. I really hope that's not what all IHOP locations do, because that would be really pathetic. But we're very close to a perfect chicken strip, just like Dairy Queen. So I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. I really want to eat here more often. I do know the first time me and my parents ate here when this IHOP location opened up, they weren't very pleased. Like their stuff was also a little overcooked, I guess. Yeah, they complained very much about the place, and that really left a bad impression. So yeah, we didn't really return after that. So yeah, my grandma also asked me if I liked IHOP, and for some reason I said no. I don't know what I was thinking, but that was really my only way of eating there because my grandma didn't care if the food was bad or something like, or just a little overcooked. She'll still take us there and stuff. As for my parents, they wouldn't because they don't like the food. But at least IHOP in LA kind of persuade them into going back, I guess. So yeah, right now the chicken strips and stuff, 4.5 out of 5. All right, chicken strips at Shake and Steak. I mean, Steak and Shake. Oh my god, that was embarrassing. So, yeah, thank God Steak and Shake is still here in Rolla, Missouri. They did close down quite a lot of locations, and Rolla is lucky enough to still have their Steak and Shake. But at what cost? At what cost? The most recent time we've been to Steak and Shake was they changed up quite a lot. Like back then Steak and Shake was like a diner. There was waiters and other people. Now everything's like automated, I guess. It's like McDonald's. You just take your order on in the counter, what over a counter and stuff, and you get your own food in to go boxes and stuff, and you just eat it there or to go, I guess. Since it's either way. So yeah, when we were ordering and stuff, the chicken strips were not on the menu. Yeah. But one of the workers down there said that it should be on the menu, like they do have them. So they cook them and all that stuff. So yeah, I thought it was just weird. And then when we were leaving, I found out that yeah, Steak and Shake is getting rid of the chicken strips. Why? The chicken strips there weren't exactly the best, but they were pretty damn good. I it's a shame how they're trying to get rid of such a good food. Merzen would be very disappointed. I really have no idea what is going through her mind right now. Just getting rid of that. That disappoints me. I like Steak and Shake. I guess I'll have to start eating their burgers. I only had their burger once. It's been quite a while since I ate it, so I can't really recall if it was that good or bad or whatever. But hopefully it's very very good or better than it used to be and stuff. Cause soon I'll probably have to start eating that, cause they're going to get rid of the chicken strips. And I've been trying to research information of that, and Google's not helping me out. Like it's like they're getting rid of them, but nobody wants to reveal it, other than that Steak and Shake themselves. So yeah, when it comes to breading, the breading is it's a Dairy Queen style breading. So that's also it's a 4.5 out of 5 or 5 out of 5. It's either one. Depends on what mood I am, I guess. I'm in. That's what I'm gonna say. Flavor is it's a little peppery. It's kind of spicy. I guess they do use quite a lot of. I guess they use a lot of you know pepper. That's the word I was looking for. It's weird how that happened. So yeah, I guess they use a lot of pepper on their breading because it kind of does taste a little spicy. Has a unique flavor from other chicken strip. Doesn't make them the absolute best, but it's good. So yeah, it's very nice. And just as expected, ketchup it improves it. So yeah, the ketchup improves the flavor quite a lot. So yeah, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I had to enjoy these chicken strips before they disappear completely from our location. Uh, yeah, like we still have our steak and shake, but at what cost? Next up, we got bandanas. All right, bandanas also has a unique chicken strip flavor, I guess. They're very similar to Steak and Shake. Like Steak and Shake's chicken strips have a unique flavor, and bandanas also has a unique chicken strip flavor, I guess. It just tastes different from all the others, I guess you can say. All right, so the breading is it's a little weird. It's not a Dairy Queen breading, nor is it really the bad breading what that just slips off the chicken when you're handling it. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, I guess you can say. It's just weird. So yeah, breading is like a 3.5 out of 5 for me. Maybe a 4. It depends on how good they are one day. Like some days they'll be very good. They'll be more on the Dairy Queen breading side, and on other days they'll be more on the peel off breading side. I guess like just slides off the chicken. So yeah, it can be random. So yeah, breading is like a 3.5 or a 4 out of 5. All right, so now flavor. Flavor, it's a very good chicken strip when it comes to flavor. I like the flavor of the breading. I can't describe it. Uh, I guess you can say it's a little bit salty with a mix of something else. It's not pepper, you know. I think there might be a little bit of pepper on the breading though. I'm not sure. But yeah, it has a good flavor that I can't really describe. And with ketchup and it improves it. Wow. So predictable. So yeah. So yeah, it's the breading can be a mixed bag sometimes. The flavor is just it's always good. It's there's not going wrong with the flavor, especially the ketchup. I haven't tried it with just to know I don't eat chicken strips with any other sauce. So that's the reason why I'm only including ketchup as the enhancer. Because really, I only like ketchup on my chicken strips. I don't like any honey mustard or anything like that. Yeah, it's a little bit of a disappointment, but get out of here. I just like ketchup and chicken. It's a good combination, and I don't care what my mom says. Like literally, my mom said that chicken and fried chicken and ketchup are a horrible combination. Like, what are you thinking, Mom? Like, you got the entire family disagreeing with you. I don't know. It's weird. I would expect her to like ketchup on fried chicken. It's weird. I don't know. All right, so this rating is very predictable and very overused at this point, but I'm also going to give this place a 4 out of 5. So yeah, like we haven't reached our perfect chicken strip yet. So yeah, flavor you can't go wrong with, and breading it can be it's a mixed bag, just like I said earlier. Next up, I got a surprising twist. Longhorn. So yeah, I was introduced to Longhorn back in May 2020 during the beginning of the pandemic. So if you don't remember, I went to Indiana for my fourth time, but really the third because the very first time I went there was I don't remember anything from there because I was a baby. So yeah, every other trip after that, I include to be the first, second, and third really because I actually have memories of those trips because I'm not a baby anymore. So in my third trip down there, after the baby trip, we were figuring out what we wanted for dinner after a long day at my great grandpa's house and other places and stuff. And we noticed there was a Longhorn right next to our hotel. So my parents asked us if we wanted to try a Longhorn because I think they were a little interested. So I asked if they had anything. Well, I mean, I asked what they had, and my dad said they had chicken strips, and I was just like, all right, I'm hooked. Give me the chicken strips. I want to try the chicken strips. So yeah, I got the chicken strips, and I did notice that the breading was that type of breading that would just slide off and all that stuff. Wasn't too crunchy, and it was just a my throat's getting dry and itchy. So like I was saying, the breading was not the crunchy type. It was not a Dairy Queen breading. It was more of like it was the breading that kind of slides off, and yeah, it can slide off from time to time, but holy crap, man, the flavor of the breading and the seasoning on it as well, just it makes up for it. It's awesome. So breading is like a two or 2.5 out of five, and flavor wise, it's a 5 out of 5. And ketchup, like we all know that the ketchup improves the flavor, unless if you're at Arby's. So you all know that I'm going to say the ketchup improves it, and I just say you're damn right. It not just improves the chicken strips, it just it makes the chicken strips reach their final form, their final flavor, I guess you can say. Like that is their true flavor. Like the breading, the seasoning combined with the little bit of ketchup, and you got the perfect or mere perfect chicken strip. So yeah, flavor wise, it's perfect. It's a 5 out of 5, or maybe a 6 out of 5. But we don't want to break our ranking system that fast or that soon. So we're just going to stick with a 5 out of 5. Breading is like a 2.5, like I already said. So yeah, breading really doesn't matter when it comes to Longhorn. Like Longhorn, uh, Longhorn has legendary chicken strips. I don't care what I'm against and all that stuff. They might have that bad breading, but the flavor completely makes up for it. It makes me forget that the breading is even bad. And it does better too when it's completely fresh. And every time we go there, it's always fresh. So yeah, if it was like in a container, the breading will just slide off. But in most cases, it won't slide off when you get them hot and fresh off the plate, when you actually eat inside the Longhorn. So yeah, many of the Springfield arcs, we would just stop here and eat here for lunch, and sometimes dinner as well. If we were either staying the night or we just spent our entire day in Springfield and we're going home late, we almost have a perfect chicken strip, but the breading is holding it back. So I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. I really recommend you guys to eat the chicken strips there. I mean, at least try them at least once. It's worth it. It's very worth it. I can't stress enough how good they are. Next up, we got really my favorite chicken strip place. My at least my the plate. What am I even doing? What am I? My favorite restaurant that serves chicken strip. So yeah, it's Cracker Barrel. I'm not the biggest breakfast fan. Like usually, I would just every morning I would drink a a, a chocolate milk. That's not a normal one. It's Ooh, there's a train outside. It's a one that has nutrients and all that stuff to get me up in the morning and stuff. So yeah, I don't just kind of black out in the middle of class and stuff due to not eating breakfast like some other students would. So yeah, I'm just not the biggest breakfast fan really. So I would usually always get the chicken strips and fries down there. All right, so the chicken strips at Cracker Barrel, the breading is a 5 out of 5. Flavor wise, it's also a 5 out of 5. And with ketchup, it's also a 5 out of 5. So yeah, really, it's everything you want. Every single thing you want. You don't even need ketchup to just enjoy the chicken strips. They're that good, really. They're the best when they're the best when they're fresh too. I can't stress enough how good they were back then. They're so good, just so good. I say those chicken strips are a 5 out of 5. Yes, the perfect chicken strip, finally. Cracker Barrel had the best chicken strips back then. They were so damn good. This is the reason why this place was my favorite. This is the reason why this place is my favorite place that serves chicken strip. It was all good until they decided to, ruin them. Yeah, they ruined the perfect chicken strip, the perfect breading. They all all that stuff, or at least most of it, all ruined. Oh wow. So yeah, they decided to change the chicken strips there. I remember I was there's one week where I was thinking about Cracker Barrel and how we haven't had it for quite a while. So I was craving their chicken strips. Every time I would think about them, I could just taste them. I can feel the breading and all that stuff. That it just, yeah, We eventually went to Springfield. I think it might have been like I really don't remember. Was it a 10th or something else? I think it might have been the I think it actually might have been the ninth Springfield arc. We went up there and the first thing we did was eat lunch at the Cracker Barrel from I-44. I was so excited to finally eat those perfect chicken strips again. And then they finally brought out the food and yeah, that was I was not happy. I looked at the breading. I was just like, bro, this is entirely different. This is not what I'm used to. So yeah, the flavor wise, it was still a 5 out of 5. Like flavor, I mean, well, not the chicken strip itself, but the flavor and ketchup improvement, all 5 out of 5. So yeah, flavor wasn't lost, but the breading, even the chicken itself, it was all changed. So the breading, it wasn't the type of breading that slips off the chicken. It was actually different but similar. It was a breading that was kind of pieces of the crust would just fall off. It kind of reminds me of KFC and Popeye's breading, kinda. Even the chicken itself. Back then, the chicken was like it was kind of like Dairy Queen and other locations. See, yeah, it was like normal. Nowadays, the chicken strips are kind of chewy. Kinda. It was like they're more chewy than they used to be. So yeah, at that time, I thought it was like it was only that location. It was only that location. I was trying to make myself not worry and all that stuff. And then other things happened. Like I'm pretty sure the next time we ate at Cracker Barrel was during the Texas arc, and they also had the breading. That same breading that I experienced back in Springfield. And yeah, I was just like, like I kept on telling myself it was only that location. It was only that location. And then when that location all the way in Texas had the same exact breading, all my hope was all my hope for the chicken strips to still be normal was shattered basically because I already know that they changed it all. I eventually asked my waiter like, "Hey, do you still have the old style chicken strips? Like they have a different breading, the breading that I like. This is not the breading that I really have in mind." And the waiter said, "Oh, no, we got rid of that breading like a few months ago. But no worries, what you got there is 10 times better than what we used to have." So she just walked off, and I was just like, bro, what? No. Why you do this? Why you do this to me, Cracker Barrel? This is not an improvement. Oh my god, man. Seriously. It was disappointing. Like holy crap. They ruined the breading or they just oh, I didn't realize I was still recording it. That was a long pause. Yeah, like they did a lot. The perfect 5 out of 5 chicken strip was ruined, tainted, assaulted. Okay, maybe that was a little too much. They threw it on the ground and smashed it with their boot. They burned it to ash and they threw the ash into a garbage disposal. And then they replaced it with this new chicken strip. And I eventually researched it on Google, and yeah, every Cracker Barrel changed their chicken strips. The reason why they did it was it was very it was at least it was stupid to me. It didn't really make too much sense to me. The reason why they did it was to be more in line with their old style menu items. Really, like I guess they thought their old chicken strips weren't homemade home like the I guess it didn't fit their homemade-ish handmade stuff. So they decided to ruin a perfect thing. Like they didn't need to do what they did. So if they still had their old chicken strips, that would have been a perfect 5 out of 5. But now they have they changed the breading and the chicken itself. Get out of here. The chicken as well is also a bit chewier. It's weird to describe, but yeah, if it wasn't for that, this would have been a 5 out of 5. But I'm going to dock it half a point, so we're going to give it 4.5 out of 5. Formerly 5 out of 5. This would have been perfect. Usually, this would be like the final boss of the video. Oh god, man, my phone's dying and I have to go to bed. Hey, at least my dad I guess my dad listened to me when I was kind of complaining about the bedtime back in my gas prices video. Like I had to go to bed at like 9:30 something when our bed was usually at 10. So yeah, like I was saying, this would usually be the final boss. Like this here, I would usually save for last. But I decided to add it second to last because there's one location that actually has the same chicken strip, or at least similar. Like breading wise, it's the same, but flavor wise, it's a little different from Cracker Barrel. Red Robins. Oh no! Red Lobster. My mistake. I was thinking about Red Robins for some reason. I guess because they both Red Robin and Lobster have red at the end of their names. Speaking of that, have you guys ever noticed how the Red Robins and Green Giants little theme or something like the Red Robins yum. It sounds very similar to the ho 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 Green Giants. Have you guys noticed that? So yeah. So it was a while ago, but I actually ate the chicken strips at Red Lobster. Or at least I think it was Red Lobster. It could have been Robins, but pretty sure it was Red Lobster. So yeah, I ate the chicken strips at Red Lobster. I wanted to try them. So yeah, and I didn't really have too much high hopes for it. Um, oh wow, it's raining like hell outside. You hear that? Hopefully, maybe you'll have to wear headphones, I guess. But it's pouring out there. So yeah, we had a horrible loss with Cracker Barrel, but Lobster, Red Lobster never changed. I guess. The last time the time I was talking about when I ate at Red Lobster was July 2020. It was during the second Branson arc. I was so impressed with the chicken strips. It really it was just so good. I loved them, like seriously. They were very awesome. Like seriously, breading is a 5 out of 5, flavor 5 out of 5, and ketchup obviously improves it. So yeah, 5 out of 5 on all that crap. And when it's fresh too, it's when it's best. It's awesome when the chicken strips are awesome when they're fresh. I'm going to just wrap this video up now, and I really hope I'm not leaving anything out. I might make a part two maybe if I left anything out. This here is it's just like Cracker Barrel. They perfected the chicken strip too. Oh my God, there's thunder. Wow, it's not going to be nice. I swear that the Weather Channel keeps on lying to me. It said it was supposed to rain up till 7. and it's still raining, and it's oh thunder. It's still raining, and it's a thunderstorm too. Oh my god, my dog's not going to let me sleep. So yeah, this here is also a perfect chicken strip. I recommend you guys next time you go to Red Lobster, you should give the chicken strips a try. They are very very good. So yeah, Red Lobster chicken strips. I reward you. Oh God, the phone. A 5 out of 5. They're just so good, So yeah, my phone is like on its last legs, like 2% and 1% doesn't last that long. It barely lasts. So I'm going to just go and charge it real fast now. So see you guys later and bye. I might make a part two if I miss anything. So yeah, there's that. 5 out of 5 for Red Lobster.